Well, so far not off to a good start. Not off to a good start this night. Not off to a good start. All right. In the underdogs, we're facing the Lagavulin Matriarch. Got like some okay routing here. Gives us choices, which is nice. We like choices. Lead Paperweight. Choose one of 2 colorless cards to add to your deck. Sometimes that can be good. Scroll boxes. We lose all gold to add 1 of 2 packs of cards to your deck. That has sometimes been pretty disappointing. And of course we've got Niao's Fury, which I think is okay. I'm gonna try the 1 of 2 colorless cards. This can be fun. Speaking of gold. Honestly, in all seriousness though, I should have considered the option of the other one. Because of how Necrobinder wants to keep a thin boy. All right, and then we should be able to greet it next turn. Money. All right. Now, unfortunately, it's going to be very hard to get Hand of Greed to proc as soon as we add Doom to the deck. And we're not going to let Hand of Greed pull us away from choosing cards that are good. What's the upgrade? Never used that card? Well, Inspire 1, it goes to 25, yeah. 25 on both. But here I'm pretty keen to grab a Deathbringer. I think it's pretty nice. And let's remove a card here. Get rid of a strike. Strikes don't get us money. Why would we ever want to play that? All right, let's see if we can Hand of Greed here. Ooh. Maybe not. So the 14 will do 6. Well, let's see. We're going to shuffle here. Osti's not dead yet. Okay. All right, take 2. No greed. Thinking about either Reap or Severance. Or Sculpting Strike. These are all fine. Let's see how Severance plays. Okay. Really not able to be greedy here. It is rough not being able to be as greedy as I'd like. But we can be a little bit greedy. At least some of the time. We don't really need another attack. Like, kind of just need more block. We've already added a bunch of attacks to the deck. And even though these are fine, I really don't want to add more. I'm gonna skip. I think it throws the deck out of balance in a way that I don't like. Alright, so this will apply weak, but no doom. See what the soul gets us. Yeah, so we can unleash defend, defend. I guess that didn't do any damage, but it was still the same as defend, defend. I guess Severance Bodyguard. And no need to play the souls. Damn. Well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna see if, I guess we are weak. Okay, let's leave guaranteed, well, not even guaranteed lethal because he's, well, we've got a soul in the draw pile. We need to do 16 damage. Or alternatively, just block through this, and then we get to play Hand of Greed. That's what we do. Money. Afterlife is okay. It's not a great card, but it is defensive, and I think we want to add a defensive card to the deck. So, probably just add that one. Oh, God. Power potion for this fight? This could go out of hand. This could get out of hand really fast. Reperform, I guess. Yeah, I guess reperform. So if I do the strike... No, I actually don't even need to do the strike. Hand of Greed will be enough damage next turn, though... Well, we'll see. We'll see what we draw. So... if we do Deathbringer, does that reduce the damage of this? Is this considered an attack? I actually don't know if weak affects the death blow. It does. So we just need to find one attack and then we kill this guy. All right, got there. Ugh, hate that fight. I guess fetch is fine. If this is the first time this card has been played this turn, draw one card. It's just like a little pittance of damage, but can be okay. Can be okay. So let's go to the question mark, see what happens. Let's choose one of 5 random cards to add to the deck. I guess we can take a dirge. It's fine. And kind of want to go towards the shop a little bit. See 2 shops. Okay, we'll grab gold. We'll grab even more gold. We're rich! How is this deck gonna kill the Lagavulin Matriarch? Right now, we just aren't. What can Jackpot give us? That's a pretty nice set of 0-cost cards, isn't it? Jackpot. It'll be exciting if nothing else. And could potentially grab Defy Afterlife. Both of these are totally fine cards. Gamba good? Gamba good. And I'm going to add the Power Pot. We're going to fight this elite. And we're going to upgrade Jackpot. This is maybe a very bad idea, but I'm going to say I can take him. Jackpot. What do we get? Okay. So we won't be able to actually apply that effect, but next time. So let's dirge. That way we can play our right hand again. So we'll take 9, but hopefully that'll be the last damage we take. Holy shit. Easy, we just draw Hand Agreed. Easy, we just draw Hand Agreed. Flap. Not quite dead. Let's doom him instead of playing the bodyguard. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Still alive. Nine plus 7 plus 21. Looks like 37. So we defend, unleash. Osty's still alive. Jackpot. Put him out of his misery. Potion of Doom, weak potion, Juzu bracelet. I'm gonna keep the power pot, I guess. Seance is here. It's a very strong card. All right, so now we're gonna be a coward. Oh, no. And I'm not going to buy a second Defy. And Elite just can't happen, can it? And that's a shame. Rough. Very rough. Alright, let's play the Afterlife and the Dirge. Actually, I'm going to play the Power Pot. Let's go Reperform. Alright, this fight's pretty cozy then. We're off to a very strong start. I sense lore with this enemy. Well, this is the old Lagavulin. Is that what I think it is? Mm-hmm. Lagavulin. But this isn't any Lagavulin. This is the Lagavulin Matriarch. Alright, let's play a Jackpot, and we get Poke Misery Borrowed Time. Great. Play Unleash? I guess. It's quite a bit of damage. Defy is perfect. This fight was super cozy, it turns out. Super cozy. Easy peasy. Undeath, Transfigure, and Oblivion. I kind of like Oblivion here, actually. Undeath also good. I don't know. These are all good, actually. We've got a pretty good skeleton of a deck. That joke was an accident. Yeah, Undeath, Transfigure, and Oblivion. Kind of interesting. Maybe Undeath is the pick. Maybe Undeath is the pick. Something simple and defensive. It blocks and it costs 0. We get our own yummy cookie? Didn't even know that that existed. That is a cute little skeleton yummy cookie. Okay. So we're facing Kaiser Crab. Upgrading 4 cards is kind of cozy. There are some whiffs. Wax relics are super good. I kind of like the wax relics. It's pretty good short-term power. All right, so we get meal ticket, unsettling lamp, vexing puzzle box, and wax petrified toad. Not random. Oh, that's true. It is 4 we get to choose. You're right. You're right. Slice the Elder. I don't know why I do that every time. I always think it's 4 random cards. I don't know why. Yes, it is 4 that we get to choose. It is 4 that we get to choose. I'm still pretty happy with this choice, though. All right, so I'm looking at this route to kick us off. So the wax relics will go away after 3 combats. So I'm going to choose something, then meal ticket, so that we get healed from it once. We'll probably keep the puzzle box as the rightmost. And the unsettling lamp, the first time we play a card that debuffs. I mean, I guess it could be the Doom from Deathbringer, but how often does that happen? Maybe somewhat often. So let's do this, 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 this in that order. So they'll disappear from left to right. All right, Shared Fate, I think we like here. So let's do Afterlife, Severance, Undeath, then the Shared Fate. And not gonna play that soul. We're just gonna hang on to it. Let's seance something and then fetch. We'll seance away a strike. And we're gonna hang on to this potion-shaped rock for when he goes underground. Jackpot. Oh my god. He's doomed. He's doomed. He's simply doomed. See you later, nerd. Good fight. So would I rather have one of these than the potion-shaped rock? Maybe not. And we don't want these cards. All right, so let's do Sick'em, then fetch. See what we draw. Defy Deathbringer. Certainly we defy. We always defy. And is it Deathbringer or Bodyguard Defend? It's Bodyguard Defend. Reason being that we don't need to make him weak this turn. Jackpot. Could simply apply 33 Doom. And then he doesn't get to attack next turn. We're not going to be able to block it. We're not going to be able to kill him. He's going to do a bunch of damage. I think this represents hit point savings. So let's just say he's doomed. We'll take fetch back. Capture Spirit is here. Do we even need Capture Spirit though? Capture Spirit's a very good card. However, does it help us meaningfully? Or does it get in our way? But it's an OP card? Sure. Yeah, according to me. Oh, I agree. But everything in the Spire is situational. Capture Spirit is an OP card. But you don't always need it. One reason I might want to add it to the deck is we are facing the Kaiser Crab at the very end, and it is a card that lets us choose our heading. So we can face whatever direction we need to, so that we don't get a big flanked attack from the crab. So that's a big plus. We're going to try to remove these 2 strikes by the end. I guess I am going to grab it, but if the boss were not the Kaiser Crab, I don't think I would. All right. Jackpot. And let's Wisp on this turn for Unleash, yeah? No. Alright, let's Seance away a strike. And then we just play all of our block cards here. I like Afterlife here. How do you feel about that draw? I guess it's fine. I'm gonna play the Soul though. Okay. So let's Afterlife and then Wisp Dirge. Or maybe Bodyguard Wisp Dirge. No, let's get some souls. Let's get some souls. Help us find what we need. Didn't want to find those undeaths here. Damn it. Jackpot, you weren't supposed to be there yet. We had an agreement. Seance away, strike. Here's Defy. Very nice. Okay, taking this fight nice and slow. Taking this fight nice and slow. So let's find something that we want to play. Alright, so we're full blocking now, so let's do Severance Capture Spirit. Looking to maybe play another Jackpot here. Seance away something for sure. We'll replace a soul with a soul. Damn, come on. So he's unfortunately got his spines up, but I'm gonna play the Jackpot anyway. guess maybe I could play the souls to try to find an undeath. Easy. Borrowed time wisp. Good. Now hold on, let's see what this draws. Yeah, we can hand to greed this. We love greed, because we love money. Could have done it with the potion shaped rock too. Debilitate is here. We are applying weak, though it is only from one unupgraded Defy. We'd like to upgrade that Defy, and then I think Debilitate is a pretty solid add to the deck. We've entered a dull room. Let's take some time and choose between one of two. Daughter of the Wind and Bing Bong. Love Bing Bong. It's my boy. Whenever you add a card to the deck, add one additional copy. All right. We just only add good cards. Problem solved. All right, so let's upgrade Defy. I think Defy becomes especially good now that the Deathbringer is in the deck. Upgraded common skill or upgraded common attack? I don't think there's any upgraded common attack that we would even want. Like, not a single one. Sculpting Strike is like a maybe, but nah. Let's go upgraded common skill, keeping in mind that Bing Bong will make this doubled. Is double Wisp acceptable? Might be, with the Dirge, Capture Spirit, Fetch, that kind of thing in the deck. Severance. Honestly, even the Scourge Plus is okay. But I would never want to add two of those. I don't think. I don't know. I don't know if that's worth adding or not. It's a close... Yeah, I don't know. I think just barely. I'm just barely convinced. Okay. Oh. So we can play the Jackpot and the Defy. Just can't debilitate as well. Or maybe we debilitate instead of Defy. No, let's Defy. Man, I don't know. Maybe I do debilitate instead of... Nah, let's debilitate. Let's debilitate. Which I guess I should have done then beforehand, but I guess I didn't know what the Jackpot would give. I just want the vulnerable to also do extra. Now let's see what fetch gets us. All right, we're gonna make use of the Wisp. We're gonna Afterlife and do a big Dirge. Okay. Found our Undeath. That's good. Just gonna play it. And let's Capture Spirit, then do the Soul. Should be able to get to that Wisp, hopefully. Got to it. Let's play it. And most of this we don't want to go in the shuffle, so we're pretty happy to shuffle now with this soul. But I think I like hitting with the unleash first. It's a big damage. Big damage attack. Oblivion. Let's see if we can Oblivion extra. Can. Certainly can. Alright, that's pretty good. Should be able to just kill him now. Jackpot. Alright, Bone Shards, Shroud, Veil Piercer. All reasonable cards. But I think I skip. I don't want to add 2 copies of any of these. Bellows. The first hand you draw each combat is upgraded. That's pretty nice. Now let's still go shopping here. There's bread. None of the cards here are very good. The game must be broken. I'm 5 gold short of Bag of Prep. I kind of wonder if bread is good with this deck. An extra energy I think goes pretty hard, and I think we're able to make combats go kind of long. Let's grab it. And do I think I can do 2 elite fights? Unlikely. 3 elite fights, really. I think I'll play the Dirge. Keep that Dredge in hand. Alright, let's play the Jackpot first. Very good. So let's Seance away a strike? And then we'll Neuro Surge. Right hand, Seance away a Defend. Then we're going to play a Wisp, and then we're going to dredge up Seance, Seance, and Jackpot. I think so. Seance away more stuff. And then we Jackpot. Oblivion. And I think he's basically just dead. Is that true? I think it's true. It's looking pretty true. He's doomed. I don't know if you guys noticed, but this little guy is doomed. See you later, mate. And Attack Pot? I don't think so. I think I keep these ones. Haunt is here. Do we like Haunt? Haunt is okay. We like it better than Skip. We do get 2 copies of Haunt. But I think we like that. Now let's fight 1 elite and we'll see what happens. Good Deathbringer, that's for sure. Let's see what we draw with the Swift Pot. We get Deathbringer twice. Or we could just Afterlife defend. I guess if we Deathbringer again, they're dead. Because the Unsettling Lamp. Or we just do a tiny bit of damage there. So we don't actually need to do it that way. We can just strike, wisp, defend. Good fight? Question mark? And this is a skip. Feeling pretty good about another elite, so let's go to it. God, why are these shops when we don't want them to be? Again, I've had terrible luck with that this run. Rough. Ooh. So we're going to use the weak potion here against Entomancer. And deciding if I want to use the Dex Pot or not. Maybe not. I'm going to use Capture Spirit though. And we're just going to let Transfigure and Jackpot be in the discard pile, which I really don't like. So I'd really like to find both the haunts, the seances, things like that. Okay, I guess just Undeath Dirge. Found Haunt. Found another Haunt. Plap. We'll Seance a Strike. Plap. Debilitate can make him weaker, but we don't need to play it yet. Plap. Plap. Ooh, play the Severance here or not? Let's play the Soul first. Okay. So gonna play the Debilitate. Gonna play the Wisp. So then I think we just need to add a bunch of block and we're good. So we'll still use Defy. And let's just keep... No, that's Deathbringer. I was gonna say let's keep Osti's health high, but I think we should be able to kill him with Doom. Alright, let's Seance a Strike. Fetch, please. Wow. Well, we found most of the Dazed. Hopefully we should be able to kill him before he can do anything. Unleash Hand of Greed gives us money. You love to see it. Intimidating Helmet. Whenever you play a card that costs 2 or more, gain 4 block. I talked trash about that, but have kind of come around to thinking it's alright some of the time, right? We do have Jackpot, Severance, Deathbringer, Hand of Greed. These are cards we want to play. And worth adding a second Defy. It would be second and third because of Bing Bong. I think no. I think no. Not unupgraded. So will it be necessary to heal here before the Kaiser Crab? It might be. I'd really like to upgrade like Dirge. I think with bread and our extra energy, upgrading Dirge might actually be, might be safe. That might be safer. Okay. So we're gonna take a bunch of damage on turn 1. So I guess there is that. All right, Jackpot, do something good. That is very good. Ooh, I guess we can't play the Neurosurge. I guess we can't play the Neurosurge. We can put it in the draw pile though. And I'm pretty okay with these undeaths all existing in the draw pile as well, I think. And we don't have that much that changes direction. So I'm gonna block more and face to the right to face Rocket here. Because, well, he's charging up the old laser. So I'm going to Seance away Hand of Greed, sadly. All right, so the question is, are we live? So I'm gonna play the 2 afterlives because those are just gonna happen for sure. Yeah, definitely alive. Might want to play the Dex Pot. Definitely gonna play the Dex Pot. It's a matter of how many defends to play. And it might still just be all 3 to keep some Osti health. I would love to play that Haunt, but I don't know that we can. Puts Osti awfully low. Might be a mistake. No, we're good. We're in very good shape. So we're going to Misery here. Blap. So now Rocket's gonna die at the end of the turn. He'll gain more strength, but Rocket will have died already by that time. Okay, so now he gains the strength. Let's see what fetch draws for us. And we're just gonna play the Dirge. All right, I think this is looking pretty good actually. These are all good cards. Souls will make damage happen. Can play the Neurosurge now because he's gonna die. You love to see it. You love to see it. And I think we already got rid of our Hand of Greed, right? Yeah, I think I transformed it with the Seance. Cool. All right. Yikes. A little bit of a spicy one. So Transfigure, Eradicate, and Hang. Oops. Transfigure is interesting. It's kind of slow. And again, we're going to add 2 copies of these. I mean, I guess 2 hangs is fine. Does that count as a debuff that gets doubled by Wax Unsettling Lamp? I don't know. That might have been a mistake. Might have been a mistake. All right, so we're facing Test Subject and then the Queen. All right, so we got the Tri-Boomerang, Claws, and Spiked Gauntlets. Definitely not choosing Claws. Tri-Boomerang is like a maybe. Spiked Gauntlet's also pretty okay. We've got our 2 Haunts, but they might not be necessary to play. Right? I think if we have more energy to work with, that might enable us to just get through the deck faster by playing things like Dirge and whatever, getting all our defense in, and maybe able to kill the enemy with the hangs. Let's go with Spiked Gauntlets. What I'm curious about is Spiked Gauntlets, if we Jackpot and Jackpot gives us Neurosurge, does Neurosurge cost extra? Actually, I think it might. In any case, let's go up this way. Maybe? Ugh. Act 3 is such a gauntlet. We do have Regal Pillow though, so maybe if we're able to rest between elite fights, maybe that's a reasonable route. Could also go this way, go for the late shop if we aren't satisfied with the money that we spend here. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. right, so let's say, oh, okay, wow. Okay, we'll seance the soul. I didn't mean to double click there, but that's actually pretty fine. So Afterlife Bodyguard. I'm not gonna do the Defy here. I'm okay letting that fall off. Okay. Well. I'll hang and I guess eradicate. Big Dirge maybe? We also have a whole bunch of souls in the deck. Probably worth playing the Haunt. And hang will do 44. Let's see what we find with the souls. Okay. Found more energy. Let's hit him with the jackpot. Alright, he's dead. Skip. Oh, we got the cute fake vendor. Venerable Tea set, actually kind of good. We're going to be going to campfires before elite fights and before the final act boss. We've got this bread. This seems just excellent. I kind of think the fake happy flower is also kind of good, but we're gonna go to a real shop here in just a little bit. Guess could go around it, but we'll save a little money instead. We'll still have enough gold to justify going there, I think. All right, let's just build up our Asti, make him nice and strong. Ooh, jackpot? Okay. Let's Oblivion the turret operator. And probably we'll be able to kill him. He's looking like he might be dead. Yeah, so we just need to use 2 more cards, and we're going to be doing that anyway, so... Sucks to suck. Let's just hang, I guess. Oh, right, he's not dead yet. I'm dumb. I took damage for no reason. That's just a stupid brain fart. I thought he was... No, I'm dumb. I'm dumb. That was pointless. That was pointless. For some reason, I was like, he's dead, not thinking he was dying from Doom. That's so dumb. I feel really bad for that. No reason to let that happen. Lethality is still okay. Pretty good with the hangs. Let's grab that. 2 of them. And here I think we just do card remove. Get rid of a strike. Trading the bag of marbles for Eternal Feather is actually maybe not bad. Lets us do upgrades more reliably at those campfires. Not that many upgrades that matter too much to us. But Bag of Marbles not doing too much for us either. And I don't think we care about the Festive Popper. And I don't think we want to get rid of bread for Centennial Puzzle, even though Centennial Puzzle is of course excellent. Look at the Eternal Feather. So now, what to upgrade? What to upgrade? Could upgrade Capture Spirit for more souls. Could upgrade the Undeath, just a block for more. I'm gonna go with Capture Spirit, but Undeath is maybe what we do next. Blood Vial is here. All right, let's see what happens with the jackpot. Now we can Neurosurge, and it does cost more. But that's all right. Still very happy to play it. Oh, I was playing these cards thinking he'd been Oblivioned. Oh my goodness. He had not. Of course he had not. I feel stupid. Need to play more carefully. More carefully, more carefully. And I'm going to do the Deathbringer because I think we need the Hangs to apply their debuffs. I think it's actually more important than the Haunt. Okay, we just play all these. So he's going to put a bunch of burns in our hand. So lethality... Hang Dirge. Gonna take some damage. We will block with the Intimidating Helmet though. Actually, no, we won't take any. Okay. All right, we're looking for the other Hang. So I'm gonna play the Soul Plus to draw exactly 3. Wow. And then let's do the Capture Spirit and the Undeath. Okay, Deathbringer can make him weak. That's good. Hang doing 44. All right, so we're doing the Deathbringer for sure because we need to weaken him. That's so good. Debilitate, incredible. And I guess we'll lethality for another day. Hang's gonna do big damage once we find it. Just need to find it. Come on, Hang. It's a bunch of haunts in our draw pile. There's Hang. 220? Hey. Get wrecked. I think this is a skip. We don't care about any of these. And we're going to upgrade something. And that something is what? I said Undeath, and it still might be Undeath. Another option, of course, would be Debilitate. Debilitate, making enemies weak and vulnerable for 1 more turn. Might be kind of relevant with the deck at its current size. doing it for longer is good. Yeah, let's do that. Ah. We don't care about setting one at all. I'm not sure how reliably we can do 150 damage within 3 turns. But this is probably the best option, so let's try it. So lethality hang. Okay, let's see what fetch draws. Capture spirit. Let's see what the jackpot gives us. Alright, we'll seance a defend, and we'll seance the Ascender's Bane? Or the Undeath. Capture spirit and we get one more turn. Ow. Not looking like we got there. Feeling like definitely didn't. Even with another lethality. And agreed 52. If we use the flex pot, it's fine. See you later. Made us lose our last wax power. Probably would have been worth using the flex pot there. Alright, I'm gonna use the energy pot here, probably. Just to play the haunt. Gives us a little block, then afterlife, and I suppose just unleash. And take a bunch of damage. Ow. Oh god. Feel like playing both hangs is kind of important. Could maybe try just playing one. Because then with the lethality and the dirge, we at least gain some block. Big yikes. Alright, jackpot, what are you giving us? Right, Oblivion. Fetch. Let's play the soul, see what we find. Another lethality, which we do want to play, so that means I guess I play both wisps to do defy and debilitate. Not playing the capture spirit, which feels a little weird. Alright, seance away a defend. Take some more damage. Rough. Let's play the haunt. Soul, then fetch. Yeah, because we want the fetch in the discard now. We want to do the Deathbringer to get him weak again. God, that's so good. And I suppose play the Severance. Jackpot, what you got for us? Okay, we need to find some block. technically found block. I guess I might be able to just kill him. 7 and 16. I guess now we use the flex pot, huh? No other effects that are doing any damage. Yeah? And we skip here. Yeah, let's just touch a mirror. I guess those upgrades were fine. So we could smith something, but I'm leaning towards just simply resting. Getting to full health. We're gonna lose some health in the boss gauntlet. In fact, we might lose 73. That's what I'm worried about. But we'll see. Don't want to let one of our lethalities go, but do want to play the jackpot. Jackpot, why you gotta be in the opening hand? Okay, let's seance and then fetch. Seance a strike. Hang. I guess I want to wisp to play the hang. Maybe I don't care that much. Again, it's a debuff on the enemy, so we lose it between phases. So maybe I'd rather just play the defend. Goodbye, lethality. So we can play everything except the wisp. So we'll gain 4 block, 9, essentially 6, and 1 from Cloak Clasp. He's gonna hit us for 25 plus an extra 2 skills. So 31. Plap. Let's capture Spirit and start playing the souls. We've got 1 haunt in play. We do have the attack pot if we need it. Boy, it's sure looking like we might need it. So if we Deathbringer, we can use Time's Up, but then he still gets to hit us. No, because of lethality. With Unleash, I bet we kill him. Yeah. Jesus. Thanks, lethality. Alright, Defy is good here. We're going to try to find our Debilitate. Probably worth playing the Haunt still. I think we just do that now. Yes. You've died to this guy's last phase 4 times in the last 2 days? Sounds right. Got it. Defy and Debilitate is here. Unfortunately, didn't get to play much other stuff, but... Yeah, the intangible, if it hits you on the wrong turn, it's real pain. It's big pain. Alright, so we're gonna transform what? Just to defend? I don't think we need to... I don't think we need to reapply the debilitate, so I'm just going to do the hang and then dirge. He's going to... This phase will die. Yeah. And we've got lethal in hand. In fact, we got lethal just the soul, huh? Okay, I guess I should stop there. Alright, so we got this intangible turn. Currently rocking with a good bit of blocking. We got Defy to give weakness. Okay. So let's Jackpot, see what 0 cost cards we get. Let's play the fetch now. Fetch definitely before the Undeaths. Deciding if I want to shuffle the Defy back in. Probably should shuffle the Defy back in, so let's play it before we shuffle the deck. Oh, actually, maybe I don't even want to play those. Maybe I'd rather have the block from the intangible. Or from Cloak Clasp. So can Borrowed Time to Deathbringer. Gives him another turn a week, applies some Doom. Also gives us block. Could have considered doing it on the Severance as well. So right now we're getting hit for 24. We have 15 and 7 cards in hand. So that's 22. So let's play one of the Undeaths. Which I guess means we can just play these. Ugh. Alright, well, we'll Seance away. I guess Bodyguard. Not a great turn. So now on our turn where we have our big attacks, of course he's intangible. We still use the hang though because we want to apply that debuff. Still going to do the Jackpot because, wow, these are terrible. Alright, I like the draw pile as it is right now. Let's just add a soul to it. Just play 300 cards, easy? Easy. Alright, so Hang's not even that good yet. We're getting there. I mean, I guess I just play it. So do we need Debilitate in the draw pile? Possibly. Jackpot is here already. Okay, got Borrowed Time, Undeath, and Poke. We're getting a lot of pokes here, which I can't say I'm much of a fan of. It's like, I don't know, we're in Facebook circa 2007. Not into all this poking. Are you a pig and a poke? I don't know what that means, but I hope not. Alright, so he's gonna have his untangible turn next turn. We are, I think, exactly full blocking here. Could play the Hand of Greed and Unleash, but we've actually got enough debuffs from Hang. Just don't want to hit him next turn. an idiom which basically means buying something unseen and getting a bad deal. Then in that case, I think I am. All right, so let's seance a burn. So this is a tough call. These hangs, if we just get one hang, I think he's dead. Okay, that was actually really lucky and really good draw. Okay, that fight went pretty well. Apparently it originates in England, the more you know. Huh. Exclamation mark builds? Oh boy, you're looking for the Battle Brothers builds? If so, I can't believe I disabled that command. Did I disable that command? I disabled some of the Battle Brothers ones, but I surely left builds up, right? Oh. Wait, no, builds. Wait, why do you want builds? Wait. Found you through your Lone Wolf campaign? Actually, what's crazy? Here, I'm gonna enable it just very briefly. This is wild. This is last I had it. I'm gonna re-disable it. There you go. Enjoy. All right, let's lethality, and I'm deciding if I want to do the dirge or a defend. Or just keep the wisp here. But glad you're enjoying the Battle Brothers. Oh God. Lethality hang. And I think we're just gonna keep hanging on the queen. Ow. Jackpot, what do you find for us? Alright, shared fate is good. Actually, I should be doing the damage there. What am I doing? Hey, there we go. Defy is important. Let's see what the fetch gets. A hang, okay. So shared fate and making him weak, that kind of keeps us alive. There are 2 bosses? Yeah, once you reach Ascension 10, there's 2 bosses. And I don't think I actually even want to play the Haunt. I'd actually rather play this Afterlife. Afterlife, Deathbringer, Defend. Cult Clasp has been doing some good work. Alright, Debilitate here is good. We need to apply more weak though. Let's play a soul, see what we find. Seance away a strike. Alright, so we are going to shuffle here. So let's play the Undeath, the Debilitate, and then shuffle. Jackpot. Not what I had in mind. And I don't think I play this on death. I think this is just end turn. Keep the wisp in hand. You'll stay on Ascension 3 where you belong? Nah. You belong, well, I guess wherever your heart says you belong. Alright, let's Seance a defend. And I guess play the defend plus. And then take a lot of damage. We've got the debilitate, we just need to put weak on him again. Let's see what fetch finds. Found a hang. We can play Severance to maybe draw more cards. Found another hang. We do need to play that. So I guess we just play the Undeath. Capture Spirit and hang. Got a lot of souls there. Pretty unlucky draw that we haven't been able to find our Defy or Debilitate, our two most important cards. Alright, so let's replay these. Put them both in the draw pile. And let's try to find our hangs and finish off the queen. I guess I'll play this. Don't want to play the fetch. There we go. There's a hang. 360 damage. Pop. Got her. Hanged. Like some sort of tapestry. Architect, you killed my parents. You killed my friend. You killed my... You cannot change the past with anger. Finally, a victory. Yikes. Rough runs. I could maybe give myself a tiny consolation by putting streak of 1 in the stream title. Makes me feel better. So I'm gonna do it. A streak of 1 is just winning one time out of let's not count how many, but hey.